which is running on platform of EYGI TV. This is an NGO organization that we are into empowering and enlightening our youth, our teenagers all over the world about how to live a good moral life, about how to be up there in the society, living well. And for some time we've been running the NGO, and we've been to so many schools, so many organizations for presentation, for seminars, and I will tell you that quite a number of schools have really benefited so much from the NGO. But we thought about we need to come online, reach a wider audience, a broader audience, and that's why EYGI TV is coming on board. And for henceforth, from now, from week in, week out, we'll be running video series to empower our youth, our teenagers, on some questions that are bothering their mind, some questions that they can't even share with their parents, some questions they can't even share with their siblings. And that's why today will be our first series. And on my show today, I have two of my respondents who are also team members who will be answering some critical questions that you need answers to as teenagers, and as youth. I remain Mr. Orisomi Rotimi Michael. Quickly to our questions for the day, and I want you to stay tuned. It's going to really be an enlightening time, an enlightening moment. Now, firstly, I'm going to throw this question to Mr. Emmanuel. Now, this is a question coming from one of our teenagers in one of the schools that we went to, and we deem it fit that we should bring this question up on here so that you can have the right answers to this question. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, this question says, as a lady, how can I know if I'm still a virgin? It's a very funny question if you look at the context, but really this lady is confused. She wants to know whether she's still a virgin or not. So Mr. Emmanuel, over to you on the question.
And for back to this particular question, it's a very critical question. And the first thing I will say to you out there, nobody, or you shouldn't expose your virginity status to anybody, no matter what. Even your parents. So you exposing your virginity status to your friends or colleagues, it's very, very dangerous for yourself. So in order to keep yourself safe from this, please. And I think one of the reasons that could bring up this kind of question is, one, maybe probably you have this trauma, or you have this trouble in your heart. Probably you visited a club over the night, and in the course of that you got drunk or you slept off in the club, and by the time you wake up you are not so sure if you are saved, or you are not so sure if something has not happened to you. That's why you are being bothered. That's why you are bothered. Probably something has happened to you. And of course, there's no specific text for virginity, but there's so areas that you can put in place. That means we have so many factors and body cells that respond for all this. We thanks to if you consult a medical practitioner, expert, there's so many things they can do for you. Officials just try to say one or two things about that. And of course, I'm not a doctor, and of course, but we have people out there that can enlighten you better on this. There's what we call vaginal laxity, and there's what we call amen. Amen is that particular tissue that crosses across the private part of female. That means you are not so sure, maybe something that has happened to it, or maybe it's intact. So specifically, my presenter, there's no particular test to test your virginity, but there's what we call physical examination that can be done by a doctor.
Now, I believe that Miss Nike, being a female, a lady, will have more deeper answers that even Mr. Emmanuel wouldn't be able to provide. So I'm going to throw it to Miss Nike. Now, when you look at the question, as a lady, how can I know if I'm still a virgin? From your own perspective, what do you think this lady could be thinking to have asked such a question?
Thank you very much, Mr. Rotimi, and I appreciate my viewers at all. I'll say virginity really means different things to a lot of people, and there is no particular test that can say whether you're a virgin or not. But for this lady to be asking whether she's a virgin or whether she's still a virgin, it means a lot of things have actually happened. The popular way by which a lady can actually be this virgin is probably a male genital coming in contact with a female genital, and by that way, the lady will be this virgin. But for us to not be asking whether she's still a virgin or not, it means she's actually disturbed psychologically. She's not sure whether she's still a virgin. So in that process, it's possible she must actually have engaged in something we call masturbation, fingering, and a lot of things, and she's disturbed. I would tell the lady to just calm down. That okay, whether she's a virgin or not is not really the matter now. But she can just calm down and she can put the past behind her and focus on the future. But it's possible she might be having pressure from her parents and be like, okay, she would want to know whether she's a virgin or not. But I'll say it even to the parents. For the parents to be asking me whether she's still a virgin or not, it means the parents actually failed in their responsibility for them to now be asking whether the child is still a virgin. Before you come to the stage of saying, are you still a virgin? It means you've actually failed in your responsibility as a parent. You've not been able to watch over your child well to the extent that you're now doubting whether she's still a virgin or not.
Right, so Miss Nike, I'm just gonna engage you. Mr. Emmanuel was talking about hymen. You know that before a lady can be sure that she's no longer a virgin, there may be something has been tampered with the hymen. So I want you to enlighten us a little bit on the issue of hymen and that's in relation with virginity of a woman.
For hymen, a popular way by which a lady can actually be this virgin is that the hymen will be broken. But most times, for most female, first contacts with a male, with a male, it's possible the hymen does not get broken because we have different body. We have different body makeup. For some people, their hymen is very, very strong, and while some people it's very, very thin. On first contact, they might come with a man, the hymen might be broken. While for some other ladies, the first, second, and third contact, it's possible that it's on the first, second, and third contact. That is when the hymen will be broken. So the issue of hymen, that is how you get to know whether a lady is actually virgin or not.
All right. Still on the question, Mr. Emmanuel. From your own knowledge about ladies generally. Now I want to divert a little bit. Are you saying that it's only ladies that have issue with virginity? Can't we even argue of a guy too? That how can a guy even knows whether he's still a virgin too? Because though this question is a lady, but guys out there too needs to know. Because most guys think automatically they are this virgin. Automatically they were born without virginity. So I needed to do a little quick check-up into that.
All right, before I continue without your question, I really want to mention something. This hymen you are talking about, we have so many processes that can lead to breaking of hymen. Hymen is a very tiny tissue that cuts across the vagina, and this, with any little reaction on it, can make it to break. And of course, through an exercise, those females that love riding on bicycle, through that process you can lose your virginity. So not only penetration that brought about this virgin of a thing we are talking about. So back to the question my presenter threw up to me, and of course a male also can also be this virgin. And this is a process. There is a particular tissue on manhood that when you discover that particular tissue is not that active, not that strong as it used to be, at the point of erection, this tissue always come out so strong, so obvious. Or at the point you begin to see or discover that tissue is not that active there again, it's not that there again, you should be careful enough that you might have lost your virginity, and you can actually lose that through masturbation, not only through when you are having a sex with of the opposite sex. So by that process you can, as a guy, you able to know if you are still a virgin or not.
All right, thank you. Now I love you handing on the word masturbation, and that will lead us to the second question I have here. Now there's a question here that I am addicted to watching pornography. That's the question. I'm addicted to watching pornography and masturbating. Now this guy has moved from the level of just watching pornography now to masturbation. Now he is asking now, I have been trying to stop, but I always find it difficult to stop. What can I do? So that's the question. So Ms. Nika Esther, what do you see to that question?
I love the fact that the person asking the question came to the fact that he has been trying to do a lot of things and he's finding it difficult to stop. The first thing you need to do if you really want to stop masturbation is to acknowledge that it exists. and the person in which the person has done and is asking for help, that what can I do? Acknowledge that this masturbation exists. Then the second thing you need to do is that you must be willing to stop. There must be a willingness in you that you're ready to stop it. Because it's possible for you to acknowledge that, okay, I'm masturbating, but do I want to stop? Okay, no, I don't want to stop because I'm enjoying it. See, there must be a willingness that you want to stop this masturbation. Then the other thing is that you get rid of every materials on your device, on your phone, or your system. You get rid of them, and also the next thing you need to do is you get someone you can actually open up to. You have to get someone that you can be accountable to. Be honest with someone else. You know, it's possible for you to be in this situation and be like, I can help myself, but the more you try, the more you discover that you fail. You need someone that can be a check over you to see that you can actually stop this, to see that you can actually help you stop this masturbation. And the other thing you need to do is that you have to get yourself in something that, you know, interests you, things that inspire you. Things that excite you, just to distract yourself from masturbation, just to distract yourself from watching pornography. Get in things that engage you. And of course, we all have a God factor in our life. You've been trying to help yourself, nothing is happening, then you have to pray to God. You all have a God factor in our life, so pray to God to help you.
All right, thank you, Miss Nike Esther, for that word. But I'm going to put it to Mr. Emmanuel now. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, she has told us some things already about masturbation, but I wanted to do a kind of foundation or background into it. Masturbation itself, what's your view about from pornography and masturbation, you know, as an NGO which you represent? What's your view about it?
Alright, thank you, Abiode. Like my colleague has earlier said, this issue of masturbation and pornography, what do you mean by pornography? Pornography depicts erotic materials. It could be an image, and at the same time it could be a picture. It comes in different ways, and it could be a film. You can come across it on a particular website. And there's what we call pop-up at the same time. Nowadays, it's very common on the internet. You can just be browsing through your phone now. You just get a pop-up there, and what you see is, oh God, like, so most time we are not always conscious enough. You just try to see, okay, what's there? Let me see better. You know, these are the reasons that these are things that brought about addiction, where you find it difficult to come out of it. You understand? And we have erotic movie at the same time. But issue of masturbation is a very serious matter, and it's common nowadays among young ladies and guys outside there. Masturbation is this self-stimulating of genitals, you know, sexually, just leading to what we call, there is a peak of sexual excitement. You understand? That makes there's what we call, in that process, there's what we call a sexual psychological development. You understand? So genital is the last stage of what we call sexual psychological development. That means when in the body of a female, there's this sense of response that comes to you that brings about sex excitement. It starts from your breast. When you are being touched, when you get yourself used to pornography, it starts from your breast as a lady. From there it goes through your anal. From there your anal, then it goes through down to genital. It's not genital that is responsible for this sexual excitement. That's at that particular point you reach that sexual excitement. That's when you get to discharge. That's what we call masturbation, and this has been a serious issue amongst the teenagers today.
I wanted to do a kind of foundation or background into it. Masturbation itself, what's your view about from pornography and masturbation, you know, as an NGO which you represent? What's your view about it?
Alright, thank you, Abiode. Like my colleague has earlier said, this issue of masturbation and pornography, what do you mean by pornography? Pornography depicts erotic materials. It could be an image, and at the same time it could be a picture. It comes in different ways, and it could be a film. You can come across it on in particular websites. And there's what we call pop-up at the same time. Nowadays, it's very common on the internet. You can just be browsing through your phone now. You just get a pop-up there, and what you see is, oh God, like so most time we are not always conscious enough. We just try to see, okay, what's there, let me see better. These are the reasons that these are things that brought about addiction, where you find it difficult to come out of it. You understand? And we have erotic movie at the same time. But issue of masturbation is a very serious matter, and it's common nowadays among young ladies and guys outside there. Masturbation is this self-stimulating of genitals, sexually, just leading to what we call, there's a peak of sexual excitement. You understand? That makes there's what we call, in that process, there's what we call a sexual psychological development. You understand? So genital is the last stage of what we call sexual psychological development. That means when in the body of a female, there's this sense of response that comes to you that brings about sex excitement. It starts from your breast. When you are being touched, when you get yourself used to pornography, it starts from your breast as a lady. From there it goes through your anal. From there your anal, then it goes through down to genital. It is that genital that is responsible for this sexual excitement. That's at that particular point you reach that sexual excitement. That's when you get to discharge. That's what we call masturbation, and this has been a serious. Alright, so my viewer there, especially the young one, this thing we are talking about is something you can actually overcome. You can overcome it. Just believe. Number one, believe it that you can overcome it. The first step you should take is try to open up to somebody. Open up to somebody about what you are experiencing, about what the pains you are going through. And of course, I will still direct it to our parents out there. Some of our parents does not have time for our kids at home. We don't give them attention. We don't want to listen to them. And even some of our children are scared to talk to us as a parent. They are scared to approach us, to express themselves to you as a parent. That means you are failing as a parent. So in this case, there's so many teenagers out there, they're victim of what this thing we are talking about. So my dear viewer there, try to open up to somebody. And number two is issue of pornography. Pornography is just the prime factor, the major factor that only leads to masturbation. Stay away from pornography, films, movies, magazines. You understand? Stop visiting these porn sites. Run away from them. And if you have a friend close to you that you know that particular friend is not helping you, stay away from such friend. You understand?
Thank you. Now, on the funding of Mr. Esther, now I wanted to help us to look into the side effects or some of the challenges that comes with someone that is engrossed or addicted to pornography watching and masturbation. Do we have any side effect, whether medical, emotional, or what have you?
Thank you very much, Mr. Rotimi. There are a lot of side effects to watching pornography. The more you watch pornography, it can lead to addiction. It's to get a state that you can't do without it until you watch it. And of course, many things in our world and in our society they're actually talking about pornography. No, we can't even advertise. They can't even advertise without exposing a lady that is naked. But once someone is actually once someone is involved in this pornography, the more the person watch the more he or she wants to watch it. And another thing is that it makes it to get withdrawn from society at large. You always want to be alone. And of course, another thing is that it makes you weak. The more you sit down and start watching pornography, it leads to masturbation, and it makes you weak. You experience fatigue, and also another thing is that it can actually have effects on your marriage in the future. even as a teenager, it can have effect on your mind because you will not see anything exciting in your partner again. You just want to be alone because you know you can stimulate yourself to reach orgasm. So why should I want to have my partner with me? So those are the side effects to masturbation.
Thank you, Ms. Nikesta. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, to wrap up today's series, now this is a guy. Now, I want you to advise him. What is the way out? He wants to stop. He needs to stop.
Yes, thank you. You want to stop. And of course, it's very obvious. You are saying it now just because you want to save your life. You are looking for means. Probably you have tried several times. You've deleted it on your phone, but unfortunately, you still find yourself downloading it again. You try as much to run away from ladies that can actually lure you into those things, and you'll not be able. And that's why I think that's one of the reasons why you are open up to us. There's so many things you can do to help yourself. Because if you don't stay away from it, it will come to you and destroy your life and destroy your precious future. You understand? So, number one thing, like I said earlier, to save yourself, there are so many dangers that is attached to all these things, to my pornography and masturbation. So it's very paramount, it's very important for you to save yourself. Number one, seek counseling, personal interaction with an expert. And of course, that's why this NGO is there. You can call on us at any time. We are always there for you. If you are finding it difficult to talk to your parents, talk to us. We can help. You need a help. Number one, you need to first admit that you need a help. You cannot do it all alone. Sincerely, because you are trying to do it all alone, but by the time you leave it today, tomorrow you still come back to it. As you approach us, we talk to you, they tell you do this, do that. Run away from any friends that is fond of pornography. Run away from any erotic novels in your house. Run away from all the sexual films on your phone. Do away all those sites. Some of the teenagers, we were in a particular school, and a principal was reporting to us about a particular guy. The way he used to come with his phone to school and everything, the 70% of what is on his phone are porns, pornography. So stay away from such friends. I think that will go a long way for you to overcome this addiction.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Now, Ms. Nikesta, on a final note to our teenagers and youth out there, any advice and any instruction for them on pornography and masturbation?
Thank you, Mr. Ritimi.
Yeah.
To our viewers out there, one thing you have to note is that your future is very, very precious, and pornography and masturbation can actually ruin it if you're not careful with the way you handle things. So the first thing I would just say is that we've acknowledged, for this person asking the question, we've acknowledged that the person he or she needs help, and you open up to people. Don't keep things to yourself. I'll start with that. Don't keep things to yourself. Try to open up. Whenever you see that you're going too deep into masturbation, and also it's as if you can't actually live your life without masturbating, you can't live your life without pornography. Seek help, seek counsel. Don't keep things to yourself. And also, the last main thing I mentioned earlier is the God factor in every man's life is to pray to God. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I quickly want to chip in something. Sorry, sir, before you close it. This masturbation we are talking about, pornography we are talking about, it does not only affect the teenagers. That's why I want to use the opportunity to reach out to the parents at the same time. At the point you begin to see your wife as a sex object, that is as a result of addictions to pornography. You begin to see your spouse as nothing. Even when we leave your house for 5 days, 6 days, you don't feel impact, because you have something that's keeping you stable emotionally. That's from pornography. Of course, it can destroy your relationship. It can destroy your life. Pornography leads to so many dangerous things. It can destroy your career. It can, as a teenager also, it can do unwanted pregnancy. By the time you keep watching pornography, at the point you are, oh man, I need to engage myself. Let me see what this thing I've been watching over the time. Let me see how it's happened. I want to feel the same thing. Not know you are looking for danger. And at the same time, it's not only unwanted pregnancy, it can lead to STDs, sexual transmitted diseases. And it's very dangerous to your life. Thank you.
All right. Wow. If you're out there and you have not been watching, really you have missed a lot. But no problem. Like I told you, every week you always have a video series that will release it. So don't forget to go to our Facebook and Instagram pages at EYGIITV. Drop your comments, drop your suggestions, share our pages, invite your friends. We'll join you again next week for another power pack. So thank you, Mr. Emmanuel and Miss Nike, for coming on the show today. Alright, so we'll see you next week. Make sure you stay tuned. Same time, same page, same station. I remain Oyesomi Rotimi Michael. Do have a fun-filled day.